So I'm going to show you how to cast on in the round. So instead of casting on to one needle, we're going to be casting on to 4 needles in a row like this. I've already casted on all of my stitches, so there's 26, 26, 26, and then 27. You want that extra one to be at the very, very end. But just to show you how this works, instead of casting them all onto one needle, when you get to the end of one, you just kind of cast onto the second. So you go under, you grab that thread, you pull it through the loop, and that's really going to be the most awkward one for you. And you really, I know before I said not to pull this tight, but you're going to want to pull this one as tight as you can because it's going to naturally loosen up. So pull this one as tight as you can, keep your finger on it to keep it tight, and then you kind of hold both needles. And I would keep the first 2 or 3 stitches like really, really tight because they're going to loosen up again as you go on. So now that there's like 3 on there, you should be able to kind of do it normally as you would if you were just doing one needle. Okay? So that's how you do it in the round. I'm going to slip these off because I have enough right now. So the next thing you want to do is make sure that everything is untwisted. So it should kind of look like a braid going down, going down, going down. Okay, so this is all untwisted. So now I'm going to take off this stitch. So this is the short string from before. So this is like where we were casting on. So we're going to ignore this for a while. So what we're going to do to join this together is push these up to like the ends of the needles. We're going to transfer the first stitch onto right next to the last stitch. I did this wrong. It's the last stitch goes next to the first stitch. And you can pull that tighter. This is going to be a little bit awkward, but okay. So the first stitch is next to the last stitch, and then you're going to pull the first stitch up. It's like a cast off. You're going to pull it up and over the last stitch. And that's going to create your loop. There we go. It is a little awkward. I'm having a little bit of trouble with it right now just because I'm doing it with the camera in the way. But that's going to close your loop. And so now we're knitting in the round. Everything is connected. So no more flat knitting. So at this point, you should have 26 or whatever your decrease portion is, 2 of them on each needle. So my decrease portion is going to be 13 stitches, and I have 2 of those on each of my needles. So that is how to join your round. You will be putting your stitch marker, which is what you place at the beginning of each round. I would put my stitch marker right here into this one. I would move the string to the back because we're going to be knitting. And that is casting on and joining in the round.